Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the market close. It is the 25th of March already. Wednesday, a hump day, and oh boy, third green day in a row. Third green day in a row. Holy banana bread. So can we have a green week? I think that's a question. I think that's a question that we're all going to be asking. Can this keep going? We've got, obviously, there's no fresh escalations this week. That is certainly helping the market. It's pulled oil down. There's talks of peace in the Middle East, although it still seems to be a one-sided conversation. I still hear reports coming out of Iran saying, who is he negotiating with, himself? So we don't know what's going on. Is it just Donald Trump trying to get a green week for whatever reason? We don't know. Is this all gonna go to hell next week? It could. We'll have to see. We'll see. If we have no fresh escalations at all this week, if Donald Trump can keep this negotiation with unknown people, if he can keep that going, then oh boy, we could finish the week out in the green. So, will it be enough? Will it be enough to get us into a green month? No, I doubt it. I'm still pretty adamant that we're going to finish on the red for March overall, but nonetheless, let's pull up the chart. As you can see, actually, you can see here, if you've ever heard people talk about a V-shaped recovery, you can see it. It's right here. Good old V. So we are, we're still getting a bit of recovery today. We had a recovery yesterday and Monday. So this has been a good week. You can sort of see right here. Actually, technically, guys, we got at the tail end of Friday is when we saw the little bit of green peek in. And then this here was Monday. And well, look at this. And you can see we got one gap here, one gap there. Will we have another gap between today and tomorrow? Well, it's hard to say. We're certainly going to find out. So the market, pretty much good right across the board. A lot of things up, we also are going to talk a little bit about Dollarama. They had their earnings today. They were actually good earnings, but does the market reflect that? We're going to check that out in a bit. So for now, on the strength of pretty much everything, it's looking pretty good for the TSX. And if we head south, actually, before we head south of the border, just want to point out, year to date, we are now back up above 1%. So we're at 1.71% year to date. So looking a little bit better, definitely looking a little better. Right now on the 1 month, we're still down. We're down 4.29%. And like I said, I can't see us hitting that blue line. And if we do, if we break above that blue line, April 1st, or whichever is our first stream of April, I'll be wearing a green Santa hat. I kind of don't want it to hit the line because of that, but nah, I said I'd do it. I'll do it. Now let's head a little bit south of the border. South of the border, S&P 500, not as strong as the Canadian market. Well, not even quite half. It's actually at 0.49%. Now the second half of the day, so they gapped up, but then they've been pretty much sliding most of the day. So I expect when we get to the heat maps, we're going to probably see a little bit of red in the market. And plus, some interesting news coming out of OpenAI that we'll talk about here in a little bit as well. It actually impacts this channel, so we'll definitely talk about it. The NASDAQ also in the green, up 0.66, but same story. Look at this. We got a gap and a little bit of green in the morning, but the NASDAQ's also been sliding through the afternoon. And even when you look at this, like the NASDAQ, you look at the S&P 500, neither of these guys, I don't even think the NASDAQ now has a chance of getting above that blue line. So it's looking like a red month straight across the board. The Dow Jones Industrial also had a green day, 0.62. Same story. Look at this. Gap up and slow slide down. And the Russell, the little guys, they are in the red. They're 0.18 down. They don't have a gap because they start trading before the market opens. But pretty much today's been pretty flat for them overall. So, I'll call it a flat day for the little guys. The little guys had a flat day. Looking at our commodities, so gold's up almost 1%. Silver's up about 0.5%. Copper, almost 2%, so 1.90% up. Platinum also doing good, 0.89. And believe it or not, even though we've seen a lot of retracement in oil and Brent, so WTI and Brent, they are still both in the positive. So WTI is actually up 2.91%, and Brent's up 1.75. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Crypto also looking strong. We've got Bitcoin and Ethereum both in the green. Okay. Let's go to our heat map. This is not a bad looking heat map. Not a lot of red. This is the TSX. A lot of green. Look at this. We got Royal Bank up 7.77. TD's up a full percent. Scotiabank, BMO, CIBC, all the same story, up just a little over 1%. Our gold companies all looking good. Wheat and precious metals up a good 1.77. Barrick Gold up 2.23. Cameco 1.79. So it's looking pretty strong. Even our oil is looking good. There's a couple of exceptions, like Tourmaline is down 1.49% today. So definitely interesting. Our industrial are up. Pipelines both looking good. Pembina, look at Pembina. They're up 1.74. So that's not too shabby. Both railroads doing pretty good. CP up 1.71. CNR 1.61. So not too shabby. Couple small areas. Constellation Software is down a wee bit, a 1.19. So TELUS also down a full percent as well. Looking south of the border, and as I mentioned, we were going to see a little more red, and we do. We got a bit more red in here. Microsoft 0.68 down. Google's down a tiny bit. NVIDIA, they're actually up 1.82. So NVIDIA's doing pretty darn good. Broadcom down a little bit. Both these two little, my two little favorites, I guess, lately, Eli Lilly and Johnson & Johnson, both up as well. All right, switching over to crypto. Pretty green day across the board. For our crap coin of the day, guys, let's dig in. Let's dig in. We're going to grab, oh gosh, look at this poor Polkadot. Anyway, we're not going to grab Polkadot, but we're going to grab, we're going to go deep. We're going to grab an altcoin, something in the red. Oh, this one's flat. Let's grab this one. All right, let's see what we got. And I'll just, I'll move me over here. We have Probinex. All right. I'm not sure what this is. It doesn't sound like it's a game. So yeah, no idea what this is. It's certainly the type of probe that's not going to be entering my portfolio. I'm very leery of these, and I call them crap coins for a reason. They're like going into a casino, throwing the dice at the crap stable, of course, and losing. And that's kind of the way casinos work. Casinos steal your money. So do these crap coins. I would be very, very leery of a coin called Probinex. There is money to be made in Bitcoin, in crypto itself, but it's not with these little altcoins. If you are wanting to try your hand at one of these, and you can make money at the altcoins, you got to just know what you're doing. You got to make sure you are doing your due diligence like a lot. You want to make sure that you are reading the white paper, checking out the developers on their social medias, talking to people who've been involved with the coin, of course. But it's the easier way to make money in crypto, hands down. Hands down, the easier way to make money in crypto is to stick with those larger coins. So your Bitcoins, your Ethereums, your XRP, your Solana, your Cardano, and gosh darn it, even the Dogecoin, who's up 3.44%. So what can I say? All right, let's get back and let's park ourselves over here on the TSX. We'll go big screen here for a moment as we hit the chat. And the first thing we got is a super chat. So John is in with, I think WTI is going to be stubbornly high for long. I actually agree. I do agree. And here, before I talk about it, let's just get the goat out of the way. This is our evil Monopoly goat, part of our goat squad. So basically, we get 4 supers or 4 gifted subs over this stream. We'll add a show tomorrow. All right, now back to John's comment about the WTI. So yeah, one of the things is, and I've been saying this for a while, even though, let's say we do get peace. Let's say whoever Trump is saying he's talking to, let's say they're real, and we get a lasting peace that comes out of it, a good deal for the US, a good deal for Iran. Does that mean that oil's going back to where it should be? It might initially. And this is what I'm gonna say. I think it'll initially fall quite a bit. I don't think it'll go all the way back to where it was, but it will fall, and then it's going to come back up a bit. And here's the reason why it's going to come back up. We've created a situation where there's going to be an oil shortage. There's no way ands ifs about it. Like right now, if you think of all of those ships, so all of those oil tankers that are just sitting there in the Strait of Hormuz, well, they're not moving. That oil's not moving. But at the same time, there's no new tankers coming in to get more oil. So you've got a lot of oil refineries around the Gulf that are basically, they can't keep pumping the oil if they got nowhere to put it. So they have to turn off the pumps. And that is a process to get it all back up and running. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. Plus, when you look at some of the damage that's been done from both sides, that's going to impact overall production as well. And some of that damage will have to be fixed. Some of it may take time. Like the big attack in Qatar. Now that's liquid I was going to say natrified gas, liquefied natural gas. That plant took a lot of damage. That refinery took a lot of damage, and that's going to impact a few things. It's going to impact, of course, natural gas. It's also going to impact helium. Helium's used in a lot of things, guys. A lot of things. Like you go get an MRI, they're using helium. So just something to keep in mind. We're going to see, we are going to see these other effects sort of push oil up a little bit. So yeah, oil, I don't think it will return to where it was. And it's hard to say how long oil will be elevated for. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say a year. I would say a year that we'll see oil a little, elevated. I can't tell you exactly how high it'll be elevated, but I think about a year. All right, and thank you, John, for the super. Let's hit that. Let's get back into here. Let's hit the beginning. Danielle is in first. So hello all. Hello, Candace. Didn't do anything on the market. It was green, so didn't buy and not high enough to sell what I wanted to take a profit. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you get days like that, especially in a recovery. Sometimes you're like, I'm just going to wait till it fully recovers, and then maybe I'll take some profits. Or, or if you are, and there's some of you guys out here who are not looking to take profits, you're just long-term investors, and fantastic. It's like your parts may already be done, like all the dip buying may be done, or maybe you're just dollar cost averaging, which, by the way, dollar cost averaging is the best way to make profits on a long-term portfolio, 100%. All right, Samantha says, good afternoon, everyone. And Paul is in with a good afternoon. All right. And Danielle says, anybody has Aduro Clean Technologies, so ACT, don't know what to do with this one. I love what they want to do, but still speculative. My average is 8.25 and is now 15.95, but went as high as 24. Okay, yeah. We've actually looked at Aduro a few times, but let's pull them up again here. First of all, let me zip over here. Today I am not going to forget I'm not going to forget today to pull up the screen. Okay, so ACT. So Aduro. If I remember correctly, they've got this very unique form of energy. Something makes me think plastic, and I don't know why, but let me see here. Let's see here. Does it actually tell us here? Directional drill services and downhole technologies. Okay, this is not the one I'm thinking of, but I know we've looked at them. I know we've looked at Aduro before. So, oh boy, yeah, that's a little bit of a drop. But yeah, but when you look at them on the long scale, they've really exploded. This is a company that could be ripe for a takeover. So that's one of the things you may want to put into your consideration as well. But here's some of the nice things. When we go into the back end on this company, they don't have a lot of debt, 31% debt to equity. Their return on equity, not too bad, not too bad. So yeah, I like the company. I think they do have, I think they have a good potential. I think there's some good potential there to either get bought or to just do well. So it's kind of, I think you have to look at your conviction on this one, Danielle. I mean, you know, and here's the thing, and let me throw this at you too. You don't, it's not an all or nothing. It's not an all or nothing. So, you know, oh, wait a minute. I'm in the wrong company. I'm in ACT Energies. That might explain something here. Oh boy. All right, ACT. Oh, I did type in ACT and it took me to ACT Energy as an ACX, but here, Enduro. All right, this, maybe you gave me the wrong ticker. Let me just take a look here. Because I looked at your price again and I'm looking at the price of that and I was like, what? What's going on? No, sorry, Aduro. Aduro. There we go. Aduro Clean Technologies. Okay, ADUR 10. This one here is 10 something. I think this is it. Let's, or no, that's actually, I think you're going with this one here on the CSE. Here we go. All right, now this is starting to make a little more sense. All right. We're looking at the wrong company. This has happened to me more than once, Danielle. I'm going to tell you this right now. Yes, plastic. I was right. I was so sure that they had something to do with plastic. All right. It's good to be right and wrong at the same time because I had the wrong ticker. Oh boy. Yeah, so they have basically, yeah, they're using a patented water-based technologies to chemically recycle waste plastics. All right, cool. All right, I like this a little better. All right, now, actually, let's take a quick look here. And here's the 1 year. So yeah, they at one point, yeah, they were quite low, down around $6, and they have. And here's that 24 that you were talking about right there, that spike there. Okay, perfect. I still like this company, though. I will say this right now. Let's go into their back end. Now, this is the real back end. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So almost no debt. So here's the part I like. So 1% debt to equity. But I'll tell you, this part I don't like. Their return on equity, negative 130. That means they're not profitable. So I don't know how they're moving in that direction. However, I like the product. I like the company. I sure want to see them succeed. So in this case, I'll go back. Yeah, I'll still say the same thing. You don't have to sell all of it. You could always sell some of it. In some cases, what some people will do is they'll, like, let's say, for example, so your average was 825. So, you know, maybe if you look at the original capital you put in. So let's say, for example, you put in $1,000 and now it's worth $1,500. You know, you could always just take your $1,000, leave the other $500, so leave your profits in. And then no matter what happens, you can't lose because everything is profit at that point. So that's another option as well. But obviously, do your homework, figure out what works for your risk profile before you make a decision. Lance is in the house with a good afternoon. And, oh, we got to jump the line because we got another super in here. Len coming in. Thank you for your insights into the stock market. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. That, of course, guys, does release our Bay Street. So our Bay Street goat is in the house, loving it. And that gets us halfway to a show for tomorrow. So looking pretty positive here. We actually didn't have a show yesterday. That's the second time since December 1st that we ended up missing a show. It happens. It happens. You know what? I'm actually surprised it's only been two. So I'll certainly leave it at that. Okay, now. And yeah, here's the Nightbot talking all about it. We got Scott in the house with a good afternoon. Abby says good afternoon. Zenial, more like third red day in a row for Microsoft and Google. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm still sitting in a day trade, a swing trade with Google. But this morning, I was able to really do a good step down. So I've knocked my break even pretty low. So I had hoped they would have turned around today so I could have gotten out, but I'm not out yet, but I'm not that far away. Paul says, it was a beautiful green day, that's for sure. And we got Roku in the house with a hello all. Cindy, well, good afternoon. Well, hello, Cindy. How are you? Bill, I'm waiting on an Aduro entry. Need my NVIDIA to be high enough to sell first. Yeah, and and here's the thing, guys. If Bill's interested in it, you know it's going to do good. Bill does his homework. And he keeps me on my toes. He'll call me out if I'm wrong. I love it. Ian, let's see. Heard Trump saying he received a nice gift from Iran. When asked what it was, he would not say. Another wonderful secret, I guess. Yes, I did hear that. Yeah, so yeah, apparently Iran gave him a gift. No, he won't tell us what it is, but it's a nice gift. It's a wonderful secret. Oh boy. As long as it's not another plane, I guess. If the gift exists, I don't know. This I don't know. I just sort of look at it. I take everything with a grain of salt. Let's see. Scott says, what's been going on with MDA over the past couple of days? I have not looked at MDA over the past couple of days, Scott. Let's take a look. First of all, MDA. So MDA space. Oh boy, they are down a little bit, aren't they? 4.29. All right, and I'm just gonna, let me pull up the 1 year on this and see. Okay, all right, yeah, so they've come down a little bit. What's going on? I don't know, but quickly, let's take a look at, let's see, provides a market update. Yeah, okay, so they provided a market update. Let's see here, that's all March 24th. So it's gonna be something around this update. Let's just pull it up here. See if we can get something here quick. All right, let's see. Is monitoring NASA's ongoing discussions. All right, this all has to do with Artemis. Okay. There's also forward-looking statements in here. This plus. Okay. So did they actually have an earnings? Let's take a quick gander here, because that's almost, normally you would release something like that with your earnings. So let's actually add MDA in here. MDA. MDA space, perfect. Let's go down and take a look and see if we got, let's see, here we go. No, we don't. We actually had earnings a little bit back here. So the earnings came out back in early March. What date is that? The 4th. So the 4th is when their earnings came out. So what the heck? I'm just going to pull up their news as well, just to see if we can see. Okay, this might be part of it. So the price target got cut to $46 a share from $61 by ATB Cormark. All right, so that might be what's going on, and that's causing a little bit of a correction. So I'm still very bullish on MDA space. So if I look at that, I'm saying that could be an opportunity. That could be an opportunity to get in at a cheaper price. So. And I do like MDA space quite a bit. Actually, I name them as one of the companies to watch this year. In my, I do that at the beginning of the year, pick some companies to watch. All right, Danielle, so you are bullish on Aduro, Bill. There we go. And Bill is saying yes, yes, to bullish on Aduro, although it's going to be a hit or miss when their pilot plant reports whether the technology scales or not. That's going to be big. Yeah, obviously, if the technology scales, that's huge. Danielle says MDA could be a good entry price. I would say so. Yeah, absolutely. Scott, MDA got down to as low as 36.23 today at one point. All right. Hey there. What's the deal with Gary Gill and his clickbait garbage on MSTE? On the other hand, MSTE could split. I saw that. I actually watched that video, Rory, and I was like, Gary, you pulled a you pulled a Meet Kevin. He quite literally pulled a Meet Kevin. It's like, Gary, come on. So yes, he did talk about it because it was a question that somebody had asked him, but that thumbnail sort of really implied, that there was something going on there, but there's not. Oh boy. Marina says, hello all. I haven't done anything with my portfolio since the hostilities in the Middle East started. I am building up my cash position to reduce risk and volatility and to preserve capital for emergencies. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Perlovia. Sure hope no one in here was holding AFN.T. Oh boy, what happened? What happened? All right, we got to take a look. AFN. All right. Let's see. AGO. Holy banana bread. That's that's a go easy size size drop, Perlovia. Whoa, what happened to AFN? All right, let's hit the news tab. That's, yeah. Oh, it was their earnings. It was their earnings. Oh boy. How badly did they miss? Let's take a look. I have to see this. Holy cow. Yeah, that's a big drop. That's a big drop. No, that's MDA. Yeah, this is it right here. Look at that. Wow. So yeah, red. I kind of expected to see red. Oh boy. Yowza. They missed by 91.54%. So they were actually expected to come in with earnings of 1.064. They came in with negative 2.643. That's not good at all. That's a growth, AG growth. They're going to have to change their name. I think AG Shrinkage International maybe, but yeah, that's pretty bad. All right, Lisa's in the house with a hi, everyone. Niece is in the house. Hey, all. Niece, you actually came up in a conversation the other day, Niece. You'll be happy. You might be happy to know. I was talking to the guys who run NPS, and we were in the conversation. I had mentioned. Oh, there goes. I got 1 minute to the bell. I mentioned that they had a happy customer in Sweden, and they were very happy to hear that. So I brought that up. So I thought you might like that. I thought that's kind of amusing. But yeah, guys, we're halfway to the Financial Express. Kenneth is selling XEG, hoping the war is ending soon. I sure hope. I'm not optimistic, but I really want to be wrong about that. I really want it to close. Lance, Matrix up almost 6%. Yes, and I recently did a deep dive on Matrix, guy. This is the infrastructure, AI infrastructure ETF. Let's just take a quick look here. MTRX. Here we go. So yeah, artificial intelligence infrastructure up 3.47% today. And guys, the market, it's closed. Nice. And I should turn off the alarm. You know, it was almost kind of fun when I had the chance of missing it. I'm just saying that. Because it was kind of fun. It was kind of funny when I did miss it. Let's see here. Yeah, so look at this. Yeah, a nice bounce back up. A nice bounce back up after, after a couple of bad days. But I do like this one quite a bit. So, oh, and I mentioned AI news. So, OpenAI has made an announcement. So they have decided to basically to end Sora. Sora's going away. So the reason that they're ending it is they said it's very expensive and they would rather put that money towards robotics and other aspects of AI because they feel that it's taking up too much time and too much resources for what it's worth. So yeah, Sora's going away. There's still other AI generators, but it does impact me directly because I was using Sora for my goats. So, my current goats can stay. No worries about it. I just have to find another way to make new goats. And I'm not, and before Jonathan, I don't know if Jonathan is here, but before Jonathan says I should just order a ghost costume and act out all of the scenes, that's not happening. I'm just going to put that there. As funny as that would probably be, it's just not happening. All right. Lisa says, I hold Aduro, average share price 465 Canadian. I'm holding long. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you for sure. Luke, happy wind, happy win day. All right, I can't. There's no way I can emphasize just the win in Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. There we go. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Trump says he has won the war. Yay! Well, I hope he has. I hope he has. I want to see. I just want to see this war go away. I want to see it go away. Let's see. Punky, hi everyone. Luke says, I've sold all my oil and gas and a few others, building up my cash just in case Trump didn't actually win and things get much worse. And that's kind of where I'm sitting, Luke. That's kind of my thoughts, but I'm really, really, really hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping that, this gift is real and that whoever he's talking to really does have a say in Iran. That's what I'm hoping. And well, it's not even him talking. I think it's Rubio and somebody else. Let's see. Chad says, I have ACT got in at 91 cents, then $3 with a stock consolidation. Nice. Perlovia took in a nice profit first thing this AM on well.t and got right back at it in an hour later, thinking it may do the same tomorrow. Gotta love it. There we go. Let's see. There are two tickers for Aduro. So ACT and ADUR. Okay. Let's see. Aduro is also listed on the NASDAQ, which has the $10 something one. Yeah, I saw that there as well. So that makes sense. Samantha, I have been doing some DCA the past few weeks, but I'm thinking of saving up some dry powder for a bigger event. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it never hurts. It never hurts, that's for sure. Let's see. Rory, still hanging on to C&Q after selling 20% off the top. Okay. All right. And Tom, how not to make money on a swing? Sell for less than you paid. Sold 2,000 shares of Air Canada at a loss of $8.30. Still have about 4,000 shares. Will use loss to tax harvest. Okay, so yeah, that certainly will work. But yeah, Air Canada today made some pretty good moves. Like here, let me pull this up, guys. Actually, this one is in my swing, on my swing list. All right, let's go to the swing list. So yeah, Air Canada up 2.83%. So yeah, they've been doing good. This has been a good week for Air Canada. Definitely a good week, despite the fact that it started off not so great, with that whole disaster in the U.S. thing. The good thing, I guess, and I hate to say a good thing, the only thing I can say is that what's good, I guess, for Air Canada on the stock side is that it wasn't their fault. If it had been their fault, I think they would have taken a hit on the stock, but it absolutely wasn't their fault. So what can I say? Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward. I don't know. I don't think Air Canada is going to get back to where they were. Back up in here. Not right away, but if the war's over and people start flying again, and all of a sudden they can start flying people to Europe, you never know. You never know how this could turn out. So, yeah, I'm looking at Air Canada. You see, here's the thing though, Tom, maybe you'll get lucky in Air Canada if they do. I mean, if the war does continue and everything that we're hearing now about peace in Iran is more of a pipe dream. If that happens, you could see Air Canada go back down again and maybe get a better entry point. So just a thought. Let's see. Pat says put a stop loss. Rory, try putting a stop loss on a 2x or 3x and see what happens. I learned that the hard way. Yeah, you are going to probably get gapped over on a 2x or a 3x because of how fast it moves. Because the problem is, while it's at your stop loss, there needs to be somebody there to buy it. And because of how fast a 2x or 3x moves, a lot of times there isn't. A lot of times there isn't. So if I was going to do a stop loss, like let's say I was doing a trade on HOD, I would make my limit bigger for that very reason. So normally I have about a 10-cent little buffer zone that I choose when I'm setting up a stop loss. So in a case like that, if I was using a 2x, I would probably, instead of a 10 cent, I'd probably do a 20 cent. And then a 30 cent if I was doing a 3x. All right. The chat says, don't sell ACT. Smart money coming to the table. And TA, yeah, exactly. Their price target was cut by ATP Cormac. Exactly. All right. Mark says, hey, Candace. Yeah, my NCL has been on fire. IRR 42%, but will drop at some point, like you mentioned about oil. That's true, and that will certainly happen. But it always boils down to as well what you're holding it for. Like if you're holding ENCL for the income, it doesn't, honestly, it doesn't really matter if it goes up or down for the most part. As long as it's moving in sync with the sector. So it really boils down to what you're using it for sure. Scott says, is there any way to buy a stock on another index? I was looking at EVN.AX. Is there? Yes. Can you do it with Wealthsimple? No, other than, well, the New York Stock Exchange you could do, or the NASDAQ. But yeah, there are brokers out there that, they're sort of more specialized brokers that can give you access to other markets. I don't know which ones, but there are out there. They are out there for sure. I was trying to think. There's that weird one. What is it? IVR. I don't know what it is. I see it every so often. I've never really looked into them. But yeah, I would, and quite honestly, just ask ChatGPT if which brokers in Canada would offer trading on whichever exchange it is that you want. In this case here, AX. And I'm not even, honestly, Scott, I don't know where AX is. So where is that? AX. Could it be? Well, it could be. I'm thinking it's probably a country that starts with A. So maybe Australia, Austria, Alabama. I was going to say Albania. I almost said Alabama, but Albania. Nano Banana. Yeah, I could do that. I could probably do that with Nano Banana. I think. Lance says, oops, I was looking at my return for it and not how much MTRX moved today. Will be interesting to see how the second half of the week goes and if Trump says or does anything over the weekend for Monday. Yeah, absolutely. Vic. Hey, Vic. Welcome. A snowstorm. No, it's the spring. All right, I'm going to have some coffee. I know Mary hasn't shown up yet, but I'm having coffee anyway. Oh, so good. All right, snowstorm in Alberta. I don't like the sounds of that. It's actually, I don't even know what it's doing. Guys, it's time to check the weather. How many people, how many streamers do this? Let's check the weather, everybody. Here we are. 3. Oh, it's actually in a positive. It's 3, but there's snow. Oh, snow. Snow. A little bit of snow coming tonight. Oh, boy. On the long range here, let's see. Oh, a bunch of rain tomorrow. Some snow on Saturday. A little bit of snow on the weekend. When's it going away, Vic? Vic, when is it? Now, wait a minute, Vic. All right, guys. Now I'm curious. Let's go to Calgary. Let's go to Calgary because Vic says there's snow. Oh, here we are. Look at this. Light snow. Oh boy, oh my God, another centimeter tonight, 5 centimeters overnight. Oh, talk about the white stuff. All right. Let's see. Rory says, yeah, winter is still kicking our butt. Minus 15-degree wind chill with minus 20 with some snow. Yeah. What can I say? Perlovia. Here in Manitoba, I am getting sick of this winter. Tomorrow night minus 15 again. Oh boy. Well, so far, if you guys remember, about a week ago, we had this really cold day, and I said, this is the coldest we're going to have it until next winter. So far, I'm right. So far, knock on wood. So far, I'm right. I'm gonna hopefully keep it that way. Kenneth took profit and sold some QQC and SCHD when others are buying. Yeah, nice. Niece says thumbs up from me. NPS is doing a great job with a unit nav on 24 to 25 CAD. So yeah, so I do have in the pipelines, guys. I interviewed the Jeffrey and Chris from NPS again because there's been some changes to NPS. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's actually a pretty good interview. So that will be. I'm hoping to have it finished. I'm going to have it finished. I'll have it edited by tomorrow, and I'll get that off to them, and then they have to go through their, it'll have to go through their team, and they'll make sure. So, all that fun stuff. All right, let's see. Air Canada CEO being told to resign. Oh, I didn't hear about that. Interesting. Let's see. TA, I have a long call, ZEG Leap, expiring December 2026, that I bought 3 weeks ago on my TFSA. Do I have to hold it for 30 days before I sell? I do not know. I don't do options, but I understand how they work, but I don't know about this rule. Anybody here who has done any kind of options? If you know this, please let TA know. I just don't know. This is the one. Thank you, Bill. I was thinking about, that's the exact one, interactive brokers. So they're the one to consider if you need access to more markets, exchanges, Forex. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, interactive, and also right here. This is the one I think, this might have been the one I was thinking of too. I think it's the same company. It's the same, these are the same people. IBRK. All right, Doorpat is in the house and says, hi, everybody. Let's see, just before joining, I saw Voidzilla has a video go up about insider trading on Trump's tweets. Yeah, it's really interesting. So when he made his tweet on Monday morning, the one that sort of turned everybody's frowns upside down, well, there was a ton of activity on the market, both assets and oil. Like, we're talking a statistically too much activity to be just by coincidence. So, I don't know if it's a situation where Trump let a few people know, or if somebody on the inside who knew about it let some people know. But yeah, there were people selling oil, for example, because they knew oil was going to drop. There was people buying assets like crazy because they knew they were gonna rebound. So yeah, I don't know if I'll give Trump the benefit of the doubt. It was, it probably wasn't him per se telling people. It was probably somebody in his administration who was in the know. I don't think it was Trump who did it. But, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I would think, and the only reason I don't think it was Trump is I don't think he would care, to be honest. Unless he had favors. I don't know. It could have been Trump, but I don't know. I'm just gonna say benefit of the doubt. Let's see. Pat Attack. They will not notice. Okay. Let's see. They can't even get your TFSA space right. Um, that's probably true. The CRA is not. But the problem is they may not notice, but if they notice at a later date, they can certainly come back if there's any kind of an issue. I always look at it this way because you pretty much they can go back quite a ways. I think it's 7 years. I could be wrong on that, guys, but I do think it's roughly 7 years they can go back and they can nail you for something you did 6 years ago. Let's see. The Pelosi effect. Yeah. Yep. I mean, yeah, people used to, a lot of people used to like whatever Pelosi did. It's like, just do what Pelosi does because, she's got the inside on a lot of stuff that happens in the market for sure. So yeah, that definitely happened. All right, guys, it's time to do a Blossom update. Uh-oh. We'll start with the contest. I've fallen into 5th place. I've fallen and I can't seem to get up. So I'm going to drop the Blossom link in here, guys. If you are not yet on Blossom, what are you waiting for? Click on this link, head on over, download that app. It doesn't cost you a thing. And the best part about it is Blossom's pretty awesome. So I'll talk about Blossom here in a moment, but first, this here is a March Madness they're having with creators. In my division, I'm in 10th place. I'm in 5th place. I'm Blue Whale. So, just a few of these could get me. I doubt I'm going to, I know I'm not going to win. We're running out of month. But I would like to, at this point right now, I'd like to just get 4th back. I just want 4th back. So, if a couple of you have not hooked up Blossom yet, please do so and get me back in the running on this. But what the heck is Blossom? So, so this is Blossom. This is the market. This is not the home page. The marketplace page, you can get some great information like the fear index. You can also see some of the like performance, the S&P and then the NASDAQ and a few other things here. You can also look and see what people are selling on Blossom. Now, the one problem is, as I did notice this, I was looking at the most sold today and I was like, let me just bring it up here. And I just found that it wasn't populating. It seems to me that, yeah, it's populating, but it seems to me it's populating with today's data. So this is something I'm going to talk to Brandon about. I'd like to have options to be able to pull up like most sold for the year to date. I think that would be a useful statistic to have. But here I'm complaining when I'm trying to sell this to you guys. Well, not sell it, it's free. So I'm trying to give it away to you guys. Here's our main page. We'll just go quickly in here. It's just a general feed. So, people post, and you can, people like, for example, look at this. This person here, they bought some Microsoft puts. But if you wanted, you can actually just click on the Microsoft here and it will take you right to Microsoft. You can see a lot of data. So it is pretty darn useful. Now, if you come over, be sure to follow me. I'm going to follow you right back. And the reason for that is that this is how I find out, not find out, but this is how I browse. I go through the people who follow me and all of your posts get put in here. Oh, here, Jason just followed me. And Kelly, there's Kelly down there. All right, so Jason and Kelly, I just got them back. I'll go through here and I'll look for you guys. I'll look for you guys. If I see you guys in here, I will go check it out. Obviously, if you do post something on Blossom and you want me to see it, just throw an at Candace Mountain there on, at Mountain Finance. So if you put in at Mountain Finance, and here I'll show you right over here. So yeah. Just at Mountain Finance. That'll pull it up on my mentions. I'll see it. I'll come over. I'll interact for sure. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, grab that link. Head on over. I can't wait to see you there. All right. Now, here we are. Sky is in with a super sticker. 279. I think it's a super sticker. I don't see a picture on it, but 279 super sticker. And that brings out my favorite goat, Space Goat. I love Space Goat. So Space Goat is now in the building. We're one away from adding a show tomorrow, guys. So I'm pretty sure we'll get that one. All right. Now, oh gosh, you know what else I haven't done today? I haven't talked about those likes. Dear Banana Bread. All right. I'm just refreshing the test box. It's because if Mary's not here, I forget the likes. I always forget the likes. But right now we're sitting at 37 likes. Let's get that to 50. So guys, if you've not yet hit that like button, let's hit it. Let's turn it blue. While you do that, I'm going to have some coffee. I'm just doing it. I'm doing it. Oh gosh, that was so good. Sky says hi all after that wonderful super sticker. Rory, Friday we should do a bingo event for Monday's market. No. We're doing it on Sunday. So yeah, this Sunday we're going to do bingo for Monday's market. So Sunday on this week we'll do it. So basically what I'm going to do is we're going to do that every so we'll do it on the last Sunday of every month. That one we'll build the bingo card again, and then we'll play it on our next stream. So, hopefully the Monday market close, and we'll see if we can get a bingo. If we get a bingo, that bingo we'll tack another show on. So I like it. I think it's going to be fun, and it's fun. It's fun. Last time we did it, we were one away from a bingo. And all that BlackBerry had to do was be in the red. I think we had picked a red for it. And we looked up BlackBerry, and it was 0.00. It wasn't in the red. It wasn't in the green. It was like, how could that happen? But it did. I mean, obviously, it's a number. It can happen. All right. A Punky Piney Boy. Let's see. The CRA can go back further than 7 years if it is deemed necessary. It depends on your car back the discrepancy. They are looking into this back. You are required to hold on to 7 years of tax returns. Yeah. So yeah, no, that's interesting. More than 7 years. Holy banana bread. There's got to be a limit, though. There's got to be a limit. So if they can go back further than 7 years, maybe 10, maybe 10. I don't know, but there has to be a limit somewhere. Let's see here. Far back. Okay. Oh, Sunday. Sorry. Must have slept through that part. No worries. No worries. Yeah, actually, it came up in the last stream. I think Samantha asked about it. I think it was Samantha, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think the bingo was fun. So yeah, we'll set it up. We'll do that on Sunday. So that's going to be fun. There's also one of you guys who wants me to look at your profile on Blossom. So that's probably going to happen on Sunday as well. So a little bit of a profile review. There's another reason to join Blossom because I don't mind looking at your portfolio. If it's over on Blossom, it makes it really easy. I can bring it up and show you. So and just so you guys can see, since we still got Blossom up. Canadian in a t-shirt. Let's look at his portfolio. Why not? Let's see here. What does Canadian in a t-shirt have? I'm sure he has something here. Come on. Boy. All right, let's try this again. Oh, there we are. There we are. It just didn't load. Yeah, look at this. Oh, holy banana bread. Oh boy. He's got a lot of stuff. But his top holding, VOO, obviously in his, so that's the Vanguard version, or Vanguard. It's Vanguard, but it's the US version of VFV. So obviously he has this, I would say, in his RRSP, so that way there he's not losing any of the withholding tax. All right, look at this. We got XIC, TD, Coca-Cola, RioCan, Iron Mountain, there's VDY. Enbridge, Degro, SPYD, MFC. All right. Anyway, we're not gonna read them all. He's got a lot, but yeah, we will read them all though when I review one of your guys's for sure. So, yeah, obviously I can tell right away. One thing I can tell looking at Canadian in a t-shirt's portfolio here is that he is in he's a dividend growth investor. So definitely, definitely in that growth phase. So he's not, not even remotely income oriented at all. I'm actually, does he not have any XEQT? I'm almost surprised. Does he? He's got to have some all equity in here somewhere. No. Well, he has a tiny bit of Dogecoin though, and Litecoin. No, that's LTC. I was about to say Litecoin, but Shiba Inu. Uh-oh. Yeah, so he does not have. Does he have any EQTs anywhere? I don't think he does. No, he's got no all equity. All right, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I would have thought. That would have. Oh, oh my God, that's the number right there. Look, 61. We talked a little bit last week about what's a comfortable number of stocks. 61, I think, is way too many. I think it's too many, but obviously, if in this case here, well, here's the thing. So if you have a lot of stocks that are kind of set and forget, and I think a lot of his are, there's a lot of blue chip. There's a lot that you don't really have to look at, like VOO right away. That's fine. You can pretty much never look at that if you don't want to, because it's going to do its thing. You're not getting a lot of dividends, but it'll continue growing. It'll continue moving with the market. And then he's got a lot of blue chip in there, like TD, Coca-Cola, Enbridge. So just to name a few. So yeah, I think in that reason, that's probably how we can manage so many. But if you're like an income investor and you have a bunch of if you had 61 covered call ETFs, I would almost say there's no way you could be paying attention to all of these ETFs. There's no way. That would be way too many. All right, Danielle. Let's see. Danielle says, when you pass away, your executor can file for a clearance certificate to confirm all taxes owed by the deceased person has been paid. That's the only way I know of that they will go back on your taxes. Okay, there we go. Yep. Actually, I don't think I have an executor set up. Probably should do that one of these days. So, preferably before I pass away. That would be the best time to do it for sure. So, yeah. Yeah. I just trying to think here. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Like, I think in most cases, a lot of times if you've done something wrong, it's usually the CRA is looking at you for some other reason, and then they discover some of the bigger things that you've done wrong. But yeah, and also keep in mind too. I know we were talking a little bit about that they can't get your TFSA numbers right, or even your RRSP, and that's not technically their fault. A lot of it is just the reporting time, because they have to wait for all of the data to come in. Because obviously, when the first hits, your brokers aren't going to just instantly send them the information. It takes time. It takes time for them to get the information. A lot of times, they don't even get it until around the tax time. So that's one of the reasons that it can be a little bit off. And it's always a good idea. It's always a good idea to sort of keep track of it yourself. Pay attention, because that you don't want to get down. You don't want to be in a situation where it's like, I'm just waiting for the CRA to tell me what I got, and I'm going to guess for now. Well, that's a way that you can end up getting fined. So you want to be a little bit careful with that for sure. So what can I say? What can I say? All right. Ooh. There we go. I just want to. Where are we? Oh, yeah, we're in the swings. Oh, yeah, here it is. IVN. So I wanted to look at IVN. Look at this, guys. And I know a few of you have been waiting for IVM to sort of start to move back a little bit, but we do have some movement. We're not back yet, but at one point today, they got up to 12. So I'm liking it. I'm liking to see that we are starting to see a bit of movement here. I would like to see some recovery. I'd actually like to see them break out of this descending channel. I'd like to see them get back up to $20 again, but that's a little ways off. Let's see. Yeah, I think the TFSA only updated once a year, and it's dated back to December 31st of the previous year. There we go. What is your opinion on Perry's cash flow engine covered call ETFs? Great question. I have no idea what my opinion is. Um, so I will sadly admit I haven't really watched Perry's channel very much. It's not, it's not that I have anything against it. It's just that I don't have the time. That's usually what it boils down to. Yeah, so I probably need to check this out. So Perry has what? A cash flow engine covered call. So if you want to tell me what the ETFs are, Rory, I could maybe give you an opinion on that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they are, unfortunately. I don't know if I wonder if I Google it. I have a feeling that this is a waste of time, but let's try it. Because I figure it's going to be on his YouTube channel. But let's just see if I get anything. Cash flow engine. There, that should be enough here. Let's see. What do we get? Cash flow portal. What's that? This is Perry Zing or Zong. All right. I do not. Oh, inside my cash flow engine fleet. All right. That's, yeah, from Perry's P. That's what I was thinking. So, yeah, this is it right here. So how am I 33? All right. I don't want to actually. Let's see. Okay. So here we go. I can see some of them right here. I can see some of them right here. Let's take a look. Look inside my fleet of cash flow engines. Okay. Let's see. We got HYLD. Obviously, I like HYLD. It's very good US exposure. And it's, it's kind of a really good ETF. It wasn't when it first came out. It used to hold actually US ETFs inside of it because it's a fund of funds. But then Hamilton, they changed it all up. They created their own funds that they could hold within it. So HYLD, definitely a lot better. And then they added the Daymax. And the Daymax have been doing really well. So HYLD definitely good. The C Day and S Day, those are both Daymax. We just mentioned those. Speaking of Daymax, my next video is about Daymax. That's coming out on Friday. So Thursday, actually tomorrow, if you're a channel member, you'll be able to watch that one. HHIS, I love HHIS. All right, we got the extended Palantir, CNYE as well. All right, okay. What else we got? We got Misty. All right, HDIV, I definitely love HDIV in here. Bank, yep. Utes is a good income one. Blocks and Bank again. Why does he got Bank in there twice? I think he made an error. Let's see, ULTY. Yeah. See, ULTY, MSTY, those are ones I kind of question. Because I'm not a huge fan of the yield max at all. So let's see, CoinW, CNY, Canny's been underperforming as well. So yeah, just looking at that, there's some good ones in there. There's some that I would find questionable. So, maybe I'll have to make a mountain finance version of this. It would be like our nuclear reactor of income investing. That's actually kind of cool. Other than I try not to, because you got Adriano. So Adriano has his 4 horsemen of income, and obviously Perry has his cash flow engine. I kind of don't want to copy them. I kind of don't. But at the same time, I sure would like to give my version. It's going to be a little different. It's also going to be a little the same. So I will say both. All right. And guys, we are one away from adding a show tomorrow. Rory, Perry has way too many cover calls to list. Yeah, I think that might be another problem. Like, I don't know if this is all of them. This is just the ones I can see. There may be more to this, so I'm not 100% sure. I have to actually watch his video to find out. Let's see. Lance went to check on my physical silver delivery today, and TD Precious Metals are processing orders from late January this week. That's how far back they are. Oh, no. Perry F is on Blossom. Yeah, I think so. All right. Actually, he is. I've seen, he follows me, and I follow him. So we do follow each other. I just haven't watched his video. I'm sorry. Actually, I think I saw one of his video. It had JJ in it, if I remember correctly. Lance. Speaking of JJ, he's coming up. I see him in the comments there. Chad says, Lance, would it not be better to cancel your order as silver is much lower now than then and reorder? You know, Chad does have a point if that's an option. JJ saying, hey ya. Hello, JJ. JJ is heading on a trip pretty soon, so that's pretty exciting. Let's see. Can't wait for Paigey from Brompton. Yeah, Brompton. Yeah, Brompton's they're definitely an interesting company. They're an interesting company for sure. I actually recently had a meeting with them, so you know, stay tuned for that. We'll see where that goes. I'm not sure, but it was a meeting. It was a fun meeting. It was like an hour. It was like it was a long meeting, but I don't mind. Let's see, Lance. No, I buy to hold for life, and banks and other dealers have a price well above spot. Even when silver dropped, a lot of prices did not change. All right, Navi says, I wonder if Adriano just bought the S&P 500 instead of investing in covered call ETFs. Would it have been better? Well, the problem is, though, right? If you just buy the S&P 500, you're not going to have that income. You're just going to have growth for the most part. You'll have some dividends, sure, absolutely. And plus you then have to manage it, right? So I don't know. I like covered call ETFs. I like that income. JJ says en route to Toronto, then a long flight ahead. Oh, you're en route right now. Holy banana bread. Are you in the air at the moment? Are you chatting to my chat in the air? That would be kind of cool. Canoe has Lockheed Martin in their top 10, which I thought was pretty neat. Nice. So yeah, and Canoe, guys, we had a buying opportunity. I wonder how much they rebounded today. Let's take a quick look. EIT, pulling them up. A little bit, up 1.28%. All right. Oh, you're on the train. Okay. Well, nonetheless, it's still kind of cool. It's still kind of cool. I think you are the first person to chat in here on a train, as far as I know. Let's see. My message is not showing up again. Oh, Scott, I don't know what's going on. That's weird. Like I said, I don't think yeah, I haven't seen a message from you in a little bit, so. That's weird. Yeah, the last one I saw, oh, wait a minute. There's a message from you I did not see. I missed this one. Oh, let's go to it really quickly. It was right after the night bot. Let's see. The reason I was looking at EVN, so Evolution Mining, was because they are making profit and sitting on one of the largest gold deposits at Red Lake. EVN. Let's take a look. All right, EVN. Here we go. Evolution. No, that's not Evolution. That's Eaton. Let's see here. Let's try this again. Let's just go Evolution. Evolution Mining. Here we go. Helium 9-point mining evolution fund. Oh, I need to look at that. Evolution Global Act. All right, let's try Evolution Mining. Some days nothing wants to. Here we go. Evolution Mining ADR. There's that one. Evolution Mining Limited and 9-point mining. Okay, so interesting. Scott, let me get to the end here. Scott, quickly tell me, is it the 91.96 one, or are you looking at the $9 one? We got two here. We got Evolution Mining Limited ADR. It's probably not that one. It's probably this one. I'm going to go with this one here. Evolution Mining right here. So yeah, they're up pretty big today. Let's pull up the 1 year. So yeah, they're up today 11.801%. And is this the one on the Red Lake? Let's see. Mines owned in New South Wales, Queensland, Edna May, Western Australia. Let's see, Cowell Mined. So I don't know if this is the one. I don't know if I'm in the right place. Sometimes I'm just not in the right place. So I'm gonna we'll sit on this one, Scott, until you confirm if I'm in the right place. Am I in the right place? That's what I want to know. All right, let's see here. Paralovia, got a great feeling about tomorrow. Have fun, fellow investors. See you tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow, I think. Doorpat says my message too didn't show up. Am I being sent to the holding cell? Check. I can't check. If you put a message in here that disappears, YouTube did it, and there's no holding cell. I have no place to go to look, unfortunately. So yeah, a lot of times if you put a stock ticker in there and you put like .to or .t, sometimes it will look at it and think you're trying to put in a web address. And if it thinks it's a web address, it might just kill it. So, what can I say? What do you think about that? What BMO is doing with the new .t series ETFs? I don't know about them. I will say this is the first I've heard about this. Let's take a look here in a second. Just a second. Did that show up? No, nothing has shown up from you at all. So no, I did not see anything. Huh. All right, now BMO.T series. Let's see what we can find out. Let's just quickly go BMO .T series. Sure, let's try it. Like I said, I know nothing about this. Let's see, ETF active. That's JP Morgan. BMO T series. Okay. All right. Oh, here we go. Let's see. BMO T series are designed to provide consistent, tax-efficient monthly cash flow for investors, often using return of capital. All right. Let's see. BMO ETF target cash flows. So ZGRO, ZEQT. All right. So they're also, okay, they're including those ones. Focus on distributing 5 to 8% annually, aimed at income-focused, non-registered accounts. Okay, perfect. So right away, I can tell. I can give you some information right away. I can give you some stuff right away. They're not being super aggressive. That's good. So we're definitely looking at OTM. So you're probably looking at, with these T-series, you're probably going to have a little bit more of an upside capture. It's still not going to be perfect. And I don't know if they're using, this does not really tell me if they are using any kind of covered calls or what they're using. So let me see if I can get, you know what, let's see if we can get more. Now that we know, let's try it this way. T-series, all right. Mutual funds. Okay, so it's not really giving me anything. Let's go to BMO. I'm kind of curious, are they using covered calls? How are they? I mean, it mentions that they're using return of capital. That generally does involve covered calls, because a lot of times premium income gets sort of lumped into that return of capital label. Let's see here. Can I do a search on their website? Get a sign in. I don't want to sign in. I just want to. I want to find a fund. Let's see. Seriously, guys. I would like to see. All right, let's go to ETFs. All right, now give me a search thing. I guess not. Do I need an actual account to be able to go zipping around in here? What's going on here? Self-directed, no commission fees. Okay. Yeah, they're not giving me really any options here. Oh, here's a search button. Okay, now let's do this. T-series. Let's put in T-series. All right, so I'm not really getting anything. So I need, obviously, I don't know, are they active? Because I haven't seen anything yet. Oh boy. Let's see. Evolution Mining is on the Australian Stock Exchange. Oh, that's probably why I couldn't find them then. Time for emoji. I don't know what's going on, Scott. Let's see. Mini-Me is torturing Scott. Okay. Let's see. If you look up Siva Mining and go to projects and scroll down, there is an interesting map. All right. All right. Let's, you know what? I'll do it through Google. Let's do it through Google because I have a feeling you want me to go to their website. Siva Mining. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Siva Mining Corporation, Siva Mining, First Mining. Here's sivamining.com. All right, let's go to this one. Serving communities and shareholders. All right, I don't need, no, I don't need your AI. All right, and let's scroll down. Existing infrastructure, new cycles of gold. Oh, I like their website. All right, how far down do I have to scroll? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Siva Mining, notable mines. So here we go. Rainy River, Hammond Reef, Goliath Gold Complex, Madsen, Red Lake. There's Red Lake right there. And Evolution right above it. Okay. Spring Hole, or Spring Pole. Not hole, Spring Pole. And Pickle Crow. Oh, that's a name. That's a name for sure. All right. Very interesting. And that's all right in here, Ontario. Very cool. I like it. All right. Let's see. Doorpat. Haha. No, I was talking about lots of holdings on Blossom because of multiple accounts. RESP, TFSA, RDSP, FHSA, RRSP, etc. And each has different timelines and strategy. So it depends, at least for me. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, and the Financial Express. Yeah, guys, we're one away. We're one away. Scott says the little yellow dots are gold occurrences. Oh, nice. Oh, look at all the gold up here. Yeah, you're right. And you were talking about Red Lake. Look at that. There's a lot of it there. Can I guess I can't zoom in. Gosh, I wish I could zoom in on this map, but yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a lot of gold. Let's see. Jonathan. We were mentioning you earlier, Jonathan. You would have jumped all over it if you had been here. Let's see. I heard Trump's gift from Iran was ticking in the box, and he thought it was a watch. Oh boy. That joke went boom. Let's just say. Yeah. What can I say? What can I say? Oh boy. Whew. So guys, we got about, I don't know, we got about 13 minutes or so left. So if you got your last minute questions, get them on in. Doesn't mean we have to leave immediately, but, just because we're running out of time, let's just get those going. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to very, very quickly have another sip of coffee here. Let's mute this. That was very good. Okay. And Samantha's in with a super sticker. So it is a 149 Black Cat super sticker. And that, of course, means we got, let's pull it out. We got our Professor Goat in the building, and we got a show tomorrow. It is now in the books. So we will be back here tomorrow doing this all over again. Okay, thank you once again, Samantha. Scott, if you open the image in another tab, you can zoom in and out. Oh, all right, let's do that. Save image. Let's see, open image in new tab. Here we go. Oh, yikes. Yeah. Let me just see here. There we go. Oh, I could. Yeah, it's only letting me zoom out a little bit. It lets me zoom out a little bit. All right. Well, of course, now I've probably messed up everything else in the browser. I think. Or maybe not. Oh no, everything else seems to be normal. Okay. But yeah, here we go. Red Lake. Look at that gold. I want to go to Red Lake. Rory, are most T-Series ETFs from BMO covered call funds? I don't know. I know, like, quite literally, I found out about this T-Series, like what, 5 minutes ago? So that I don't know. I would like to know. I wonder. Let me ask. You know what? Let's put Google's AI to the test. I want to try something. I wonder if this will work. This is an interesting idea, but I'm going to, because I can do this with ChatGPT. If I have a question and it's like, about something like a picture, I can just drop it over to her. So I'm just going to put this in. I'm going to upload the image, and it's going to be a screenshot. There we go, right there. So this is a screenshot of your message. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we get. Are most T-Series ETFs from BMO covered call funds? No way! It worked! All right. Let's see here. So actually, most T-Series offerings from BMO are found within their mutual fund lineups. Okay, interesting. That might be why we weren't having any luck. That hold ETFs. So BMO has recently introduced specific target cash flow units for certain exchange-traded funds. While BMO is well known for its covered call ETFs, the T-Series designation, which typically provides a fixed monthly distribution as a return of capital, is a separate feature that can be applied to many different types of funds. Okay, so yeah, it looks like these are going to be used a lot. Well, it says here mutual funds. They'll definitely appear there. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's not telling me a lot. Yeah. It's not telling me a lot, but it sounds like it might be more of a mutual fund thing. So maybe we're not going to even see too much of these. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Well, yeah, like, okay, well, this is interesting here. Well, hold on. Now, it says here, so for BMO's covered call, so ZWT, they said they might provide they might do a ZWT.T. All right, we'll have to see how this rolls out. Like I said, right now we're getting a little bit of spotty information from AI. I haven't actually seen anything yet on this, so this is interesting. It's interesting, but it may not be super relevant depending on what they're doing. I mean, if they end up in mutual funds, I'm not interested. Mutual funds tend to have higher fees. And I think there's a lot of I think a lot of the companies that a lot of the ETF management companies that we work with, and that we cover here daily, I think they have a lot better options than mutual funds for sure. Let's see, Dropa, what are your thoughts on these miners, ASM, Avino, and USA? ASM, is that a miner? I don't know who they are. Let's just take a look, though. Let's take a look at ASM. Let's see. Oh, okay. Alvino, silver and mines gold. Silver and gold mines. All right. And they also have a US version. So, all right, these are probably the same company. And that would actually make sense. If you look at that price, that's probably, if you were to, because that's in US and this is in Canadian. So yeah, that makes sense. Let's just pull them up. Alvino, silver and gold. So first of all, silver, gold, you got me there. I like both of those. If we pull up the 1 year, you can see, yeah, it's followed silver and gold very well. And then the recent crash, we got all of that in there as well. And looking at their back end, let's see here. Very little debt, 3% debt to equity, return on equity, 14.41. So not bad, not bad. Yeah, I like them. I got nothing to complain about. Nick says maybe I should send 9point a thanks and suggestion of starting up a fund or ETF in Europe with monthly dividends. That would be kind of cool. I don't think they would, but yeah. But no, they were very happy to see that, to hear that they had a fan in Sweden. They love that. Let's see, Lance, I hold both of those mining companies. I like ASM. Yeah, I like ASM. I think ASM looks pretty good. Best would be if they will get the EU papers so we over here get access to what they have in Canada. Yeah, next time I'm talking to them, I can certainly mention that. Because I did mention that, it was one of the few Canadian funds that you had access to, and that also one of the few funds that was doing really well when a lot of other funds were struggling. Larry is in the house. Let's see, bought a lot of RNY today, and I have half, most of the money back. It was negative last week. Okay, that's good. Let's see, is Europe more keen on buying Canadian assets over, say, US assets? That's a nice question. I don't know the answer to that, but yeah, maybe, but I don't know. Probably not. Actually, probably not. And I'll tell you why. Just because the US is the biggest market in the world. I have a feeling You know how we have access to the Canadian market through most of our brokers? I would not be shocked if most exchanges, if most countries kind of follow that similar route. I may be completely wrong on this though, guys, because I don't know. I haven't looked. But logically, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of other countries want access to that US market. All right. Fat comes in with a good afternoon. Hey, look at this. Everybody's coming in right at the end, quite literally. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, but that's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind. So yeah, guys who just came in, if you got your last minute questions, get them in. We are at the end, but if you got a few questions, I'll certainly hit them out of the park here before we leave. But I will say one thing, guys, we're sitting at 49 likes. So if one of you guys who just came in did not hit that like button, just hit it right now. Let's just get to 50. We'll we'll call it a day at 50 for sure. All right. What can I say? And I am kind of curious here about something. Actually, that's not what I need. I actually wanted to see what Tesla was doing in the after hours. Let's go. Whoops, that's not where I wanted to go. That's deleted symbols. Let's go to MC list. And I think I have there we have the American one here. Okay, so yeah, Tesla not really doing much right now. So right now in the after hours, they're sitting down a few cents. Well, what, 9 cents down? So they're sitting 9 cents down. So pretty flat. Nothing really seems to be happening in the after hours. So what can I say? What can I say? Holy banana bread. Oh, it's so nice that as the stream is coming to an end, there's still light coming in. It's pretty cool. I know a few of you in Alberta are kind of suffering with snow right now, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it pretty good. Yeah, what can I say? Pretty soon though. Pretty soon. I'm hoping. I really want. And I know we had one last year. We had one stream where it was thundering out, but I would like to have a really big thunderstorm happen in the middle of a stream, just so that we could actually see lightning flashing in the studio. That's what I'd like. Maybe it's silly, but that's my goal this year. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. We've had a few of them that have like just missed the stream, either before the stream or after the stream. I don't know. Just bad timing, but it's one of those things, like if I look at the weather and we're coming towards the end of the stream, like right now, if I looked at the weather and I saw that there was going to be a massive thunderstorm coming in like in 5 minutes, yeah, I would just keep talking. I would. But I guess if you guys got nothing else for me today, this has been another good stream. You guys have been fantastic. We've spent some good time here today. Green day today. Will we get more green? Is this week going to end in the green? Nobody knows. But I'm going to be optimistic for tomorrow. As long as nothing happens, we should have a green day. So we'll see. And Trump seems to be very content with trying to make us believe that peace is about to happen. So that will certainly keep us in the green as well. So we will be back here tomorrow. We're going to do this all over again. If you're a channel member, tomorrow you'll be able to watch the Daymax video, and then everybody else will be able to see that on Friday. So until then, guys, let me just go up a big screen here. I got 2 last little things I wanted to say before I go, and that is, well, you guys know exactly what I'm going to say. Bye-bye.